What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So your girl came to vent, communicate, conversate, whatever you like to call it. And today we came on here to talk about death. And what I mean by death, as in when things die, no matter if it is an actual death or a death to a friendship or a death to a situation, a death to a job, a death to a personality that you had, or death to your favorite thing in life, like a goddamn movie or something, or a TV show, okay? Today, if you are looking at this video, that means you've seen the cover photo of the dead bunny that was decaying and it had flies all in it. I had seen that on my pathway when I was walking, right? And I decided to take a picture. I was called to take a picture. And I was just sitting here at this bench under this tree, and I was just sitting here like, things die in life. It's inevitable. And it's going to be hard for some, especially if you were super close to that thing or you had some type of attachment to that thing. And it's really hard to let go of it. But I also had to sit here and think about how even though there is a death, there is new beginnings, there is a new birth, there is a rebirth, however you want to see it, however you want to put it. And I was just sitting here, making me a quote, my quotes that I usually do on my Instagram. If you want to read my quotes, go ahead and check my Instagram out. It is Lina underscore, I think, the Hood Therapist. So check it out if you want, to see some of my quotes, because I do it with my I do it with my photos, and they're really motivational quotes. But back to what I was saying, I was doing my quotes and my videos that I usually do, my short videos that I put on my stories and all that jazz. And I was sitting and three people was walking by, and one of them I seen, and I was just like, this man, this man looks familiar. And I had took my headphone out because I had headphones in. I took my headphone out and I was just sitting there looking, and I heard this familiar voice, and I'm just like, Liz? And it was her. She didn't hear me, but the lady that was with them heard me. And she was like, yeah, that's Liz. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And Liz was a staff member that was at my high school that I used to go to. And I've been out of high school for 6 years. And it's just like, wow, And we started talking and chatting. Liz got a goddamn baby now. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's so small. I want to say she's not even a year old. She's like a couple of months. And she was so beautiful. And I'm just sitting here and we was just reminiscing, reminiscing on the past. And I was telling her, telling them, because I knew them, telling them that, after high school, my life had changed, a lot of things I had to let go and I had to drop. Basically, they had died off. They weren't something that I had to carry on anymore. And they were, some of them, especially Liz, because she knew that I hung around certain people. And when I told her, that I had to let them go because of some shit that happened, she was like, I'm sorry for that, because she knew us. And I was telling her that I had a whole bunch of trials and tribulations ever since I left high school. And she said, I'm sorry for that and all that jazz. And I'm just like, no, you don't have to be sorry, and you shouldn't be sorry, because at the end of the day, things die, things die. And I learned from it. The thing is, I learned from the deaths that happened in my life, whether it was a death to a friendship or a death to a certain job or a death to a certain way that I moved and the way that I act and the way that I think. It was supposed to happen, And I was just there, and I'm just like, how crazy is it that I was walking on my path and I seen a dead bunny and seeing how flies were eating it and trying to survive off of the bunny, And then I sat here and I was just sitting here thinking about how death happens and how things, go on, and you renew things and you become a different person, and to the point where I'm over here talking to somebody that was in my past, and we was just reminiscing about all the things that happened, and how things had to be let go, and how things had died off, and how I became a whole different person. So it's just, what I want to say is, there are things in your life that are going to die off. There are things in your life that is going to stop, that are going to change, that are going to be different from how they were from in the past. And I just want you to know that it is okay. Don't feel bad. Don't feel sad. Don't feel miserable because you had to let go of something, or something died off, and that now you are changed, and now you are a different person. And those things that you had to, that had to go, had to go. Don't feel no type of way, because in the end, they had to die for you to survive. They had to die for you to stay alive. They had to die so you could change and become the person that you are today. So don't feel sad. Don't feel, well, I'm not going to say don't feel sad, because it is sad, When you sit and think about the situation that you had to go through, it is sad. So I should say, instead of don't feel sad, I should say don't allow it to affect you in a negative way, because at the end of the day, it was supposed to happen. That friendship that ended, it was supposed to end. That job that you got let go of, it was supposed to be gone. That motherfucking lover that you was supposed to be loving on, it was supposed to die. That emotion that you have for those people, that job, that place, that thing, it was supposed to change. Those eating habits, those foods that you used to like and you don't like anymore, it was supposed to be that way. Those places that you used to go to, partying every day, drinking every day, smoking every day, it was supposed to change. We change as life go on. Things die off as life go on, but things also grow and be reborn as time goes on. So just because something died, it does not mean that there is no life around that death. There is also life that is happening, because things die off. Just like one day I'm going to die off, and just like one day you are going to die off. But that doesn't mean the world stops. That does not mean that the world ends. It might end for you, but there's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be a new growth. There's going to be a new birth. It happens for a reason, and that's life. So don't allow it to make you miserable. Don't allow it to stop you in your spot. Don't allow it to just take over your life. Allow that death to be a lesson for you. Whether, like I said, it was a person that died, an emotion that died, a friendship that died, a job that died, a family member that died, a place that you used to go to that died, a thing that you used to do that died. Let it die. Heal yourself. Learn from it. Grow from it. It be reborn to something that is so magical, so amazing, so beautiful. That things happen because they're meant to happen. God has things in place in this world for things to die off when they're meant to die off. When we come into this earth, we have a time where we die. So just know, you are going to die eventually. Things are going to die eventually. But that does not mean it is the end. That does not mean that you cannot grow from that. That does not mean that everything stops. Allow yourself to become a better you. Allow yourself to learn from the things that died off. Allow yourself to heal from the things that died off, because in the end, you are growing, you are thriving, and you are becoming a better person. You are being reborn, no matter what it is that died off. But yeah. I had to go on here and say that shit because it just really took me how God was talking to me today. Because a lot of things have been dying off recently around me, and it was just like, wow, you know. And I am truly grateful that God gave me that message, and I am grateful that God gave me the ability to be the vessel to give that message. So if you don't listen to me from whatever I just said, listen to what I'm saying now. Things are going to die. Things are going to fall. But don't fall with it. Keep pushing forward. Even with the tears coming down your eyes, even with the frustration in your mind, keep moving forward. Because you are alive. And that means that you have another day to grow, another day to thrive, another day to be a better you. So that's it, y'all. I want you guys to, if you feel, obligated, or if you want to, like the video, share the video, allow people to hear that it's okay to feel sad when things die off, but do not let it stop you. Okay? Share, like, comment down below. Check my channel out for more messages, because God's been talking, and I'm going to be giving the messages that I hear. And I hope that you can hear the messages that come from me and truly understand them and not let them go in one ear and out the other. And if you want to heal yourself, come along with me on this journey of life. But yeah, you have a good one. Peace out, y'all.